Welcome to our series with bilingual professionals, Latina bilingual professionals. My name is Daisy Cedeno, and today I have a guest, and we're going to be talking about nonprofit. Welcome, Jezabel Maisonet.
Well, Daisy, as again, my name is Jezabel Maisonet. I'm from Puerto Rico. Although that I born in Brooklyn, New York, I moved to Puerto Rico when I was age 3, and I was raised with my mom as a single mom. I went to the University of Puerto Rico and ended my bachelor degree in nursing. I'm a registered nurse, and I moved to Florida as many nurses moved to Florida looking for a better opportunities in their career. While I was here, as you can see, if you are not really proficient in English, it is very limited opportunities for you to succeed. Although that I did have my registered nurse license, it was very challenging for us to get me and my husband to get an opportunity in any hospital. So we ended to live in one of the farms as many of our patients that we serve in 441. And one day I was so sad that I walked with my stroller and my 2 little girls and walked to Caridad Center. That was 20 years ago. Walked to Caridad
Mm,
Center to receive services. And while I
wow.
was doing my eligibility process, the person completing the eligibility asked for my background. And I said, I'm a registered nurse. And she said, do you want to volunteer? And I said, of course, I want to do something. So when I was walking to Hagen Ranch Elementary School to take English class, I spent a lot of time also volunteering at Caridad. And I'm going to tell you, it was less than 6 to 8 months that they offered me a part-time job at that time.
Wow.
And yes, they offered me a part-time job working with families that have issues with diabetes and obesity. And in a
Wow.
year, they offered me a full time. So I was doing health education. I started family events. And after I started the family festival event, they offered me to be the create a health education program. So I became the coordinator of the health education, then the manager of the health education department,
Wow.
then the director of the health education department. And why that happened, they said, oh, I think that you should be the director of all the departments in Caridad Center.
I
And
love it.
this was a really a very interesting journey and amazing. I never been in another environment of working that is only Caridad for 20 years. I
For
work
20
for Caridad
years.
Center, and now, yeah, and now I'm the chief strategy officer.
I
Looking
love your
forward
story.
to Yes, looking forward to give this opportunity to the other person and have a person to mentor and become that person that
Yes,
another, not
yes.
just a bear, give opportunity to
Pas-
another Latino to do that.
Passing it forward. That's the thing. It's very important. I love your story. Of course, you want to be a mentor also for all the next generation, like you said, passing it forward to the next generation. But I love your story because it's resilient. It's about just moving forward. Sometimes we get stuck in our own expectations of what should have been, what should happen. Why is this not happened to me? But you that morning or that afternoon when you decided, I'm just going to start walking. I'm just going to just put one foot in front of the other and let God, do what He knows how to do it,
Amen.
what to do. So you decided, I'm just gonna go and just walk with my kids to Caridad Center. I need help. That's one important thing that sometimes we just have the courage to ask for help because sometimes we do
Yes.
not have that courage. And then from there, you just show up. And that's one of the things that me as a bilingual Latina professional, we just need to show up and just be in that place and just, raise your hand and just speak up and just say, hey, I'm here and this is what I have to offer. I know about this, about that. Let's see. How can I help you? How can I serve? So I love your story because it's about courage. It's about resiliency. It's about stepping forward. It's speaking up and just say, I need help. And then, oh, how can I help? And then the next thing is, how can I mentor? How can I just keep on
Yes.
helping? So that's one of the things that I always encourage everybody, my clients, when I do consulting. What was that moment, like before and after, that helped you to push, to make that decision, to just say, I'm just gonna, there was a moment that you say, or it was like, maybe I'm so in a bad position that I need to just pick up myself. What was that happen in that moment?
I was working in the field, and I look other people's in the field in the yard. It was a Du Bois farm. They were picking peppers at that time, and I look at my daughters and I said, if I stay here and I don't give me the opportunity to go learn English, to continue asking for help, I'm gonna tell you, at that point I was feeling myself like depressed. I said, oh my God, I did a right decision. Should I go back to Puerto Rico? I was in a better position in Puerto Rico at that point. I said, oh my God, I think that I made a mistake coming here. But then I look at my daughters. I remember they were so little at that point. I have a baby, and I look at them and I said, no, I didn't. I just need to just walk. If I'm depressed, treat that depression at that point. I just gonna walk at that to that place, because I remember the people in the field said that they go to the soup kitchen and they go to Caridad Center. And I said, okay, I'm gonna walk. And I remember walking from 441 with my double stroller to Caridad Center at that point. And it was amazing. It was amazing. For me, I said, I never regret to did what I did at that point, and I definitely give that. I also, when I start with my first patients, I always talk about that. I just forgot, and then now that I'm doing this work, I forgot why. Sometimes I forgot what I did before, what happened before, and I gonna tell. Yeah, thank you, Daisy, because it brings a lot of memories to me right now, that I was like, oh my God, there is so many things to say thank you in this holiday seasons. And one of them, they said, thank you so much. Is, oh my God, what happened? And I said, oh my God, now today I have another thing to say thank you, because it was a great opportunity. And I know when I did my first patients and the first group of family, I saw a lot of women in there with leadership skills, but also struggle probably with, I am privileged because I'm from Puerto Rico and I have another opportunities that a lot of my clients not have. But yes, and at that point I said, what about if they can give the classes for me to other families? So I started a group of mom talking to another mom, called peer-to-peers, and then I look at I start looking for trainings, and I found a training from the Department of Health, and I said, oh, probably they can become promotoras de salud. And this is how I start with the first 10 promotoras de salud. They were families that were leaders that are serving as peers, educator to the other family. The engagement was so high that a lot of the families did great outcomes and graduated. They want to do a graduation. And after that graduation, I trained them as promotora de salud. And this was my first 10 and then 12 promotora de salud. And the journey is so long that we have trained more than 200 promotoras de salud, now community health workers, because I work hard for Caridad Center to become a Florida board certified for community health workers. So we are now a certified center to train community health workers, but did start with my first 10 moms that were there receiving the first classes for diabetes and obesity. And now
the power of community. Yeah, the power of community, the power of being in the right network. That's one, it's necessary. It's like a priority when you want to grow, when you want to step up your game, when you want to level the field, when you want to create an impact. We are movers and shakers. That's what I say when I interview people like you. like you, like other people that have come to the Bilingual Latina Professional Series, we are movers and shakers because we had to do it for ourselves. And sometimes we needed help and we needed to surround ourselves with people that already did it, that step up their games. They are doing stuff that we wanted to maybe do, or for some reason connect with that energy, with that network. So do you have like a strategy for bilingual Latina professionals that maybe this is what you need to do right now to go to your next step in your career, to pivot into what it is that you want to do with
Yes.
your life?
Yes. Before I mentioned that strategy, I need to say that the strategy for me now, thinking of how can that Latina community women can move forward and grow, it became because I decided to have a mentor. And if I give an advice to every Latina woman that would like to succeed, you need to find that person. And that person was Carmen Nieves, another Puerto Rican woman. She was really highly involved in Virginia at the political level. She saw in me a leader. She said, you need to do rising leaders. You need to do leadership in Palm Beach County. You need to go state level. You need to go national. So Carmen Nieves also was a person that inspired me, but she challenged me. And sometimes when you choose that mentor, when the challenging part comes, you want to give up because challenge a person is saying the things that you don't like to hear. Sometimes when a person tells you, you are doing this and this is not the right way to go, this is not the right way to say it, this is not the right way to perform, you get hurt. And then probably you put your ego and then you want to, no, I don't want to continue with this person, but I'm going to tell
Yes.
you, I didn't give up. I choose to have that person. And regardless that a momentum that I was like, why she's being so mean to me? Why she's being so hard to me? She didn't. She was really showing that she cared for me. And this is my advice. If you have that person that is so into you, that invests on you, and that really tell you things that you don't want to hear, but because it's for your best, don't give up. And this is the reason why I want to continue mentoring, but at the same time, develop Latinas in this community health worker program and going to career pathways, uh, also enter to the workforce development for them. And who knows? They start as little as a community health worker, but then they become a successful nurses, a successful entrepreneurs, businesswomen. We don't know, but we need to open that door for them to be in an environment that is very systemized and also is organized in a way that they understand that, you know, there is a pattern that you need to follow, and there is other people that you need to meet, and there is ways that tools and resources that is going to be helping you to grow in that capacity, and you're going to be in the next generation of business and professional women.
Exactly. I love it. I think we can wrap it with that because the idea of bilingual Latina professionals is to find strategies to connect with that person that already did it. And just being a mentor is so powerful. Just to have a mentor is so powerful. And we don't even know how can transform your life. And to share your story is a privilege for me and the privilege for our
Oh,
community.
thank you.
And your story, our story, and I tell everybody this is the gift, is your gift. Do not hide it. Do not avoid talking about your story because that's where you find the treasure, is when you're able to share the journey of up and down, the hero's journey that I call. And
Yeah.
then I did this, I make this happen. I met these people. I am in this circle. That's the treasure. So I'm privileged that you came here to share your story with us. And a last message for the next generation of Latinos in the United States.
Please don't give up. Even when you hear things going around, especially here in Florida, don't give up. Don't move from your idea and your dream that you want to be somebody, do something good for you and your family, just don't give up. Keep fighting. Join people that are working together to make the change, and don't give up.
Don't give up. Thank you so much.